What I want to do next is to go through some examples of supposed contradictions. Well, here's a popular one: Jesus sayings on the cross. Now, if we look at this, what do we have? We have Matthew 27, 46 and 50. Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? When he cried again with a loud voice and yielded up his ghost. Luke says Jesus' last words were, and when Jesus had cried out with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said thus, he gave up the ghost. John 19:30, when Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. So which is, Matthew says Jesus cried with a loud voice, and he cried again. So he said, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And then he said something else. He may have said 3 or 4 things in between. So whatever he cried again were his last words, not the, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? John said, when Jesus had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. Now, if John is saying giving up the ghost is the last thing, does he give up the ghost by saying something else? Is that action that John identifies as giving up the ghost maybe words? Luke seems to imply that.